Do a quick walkthrough of the house, where we're at, what's happening, and it is getting done slowly but surely. But it's, you know, I don't know, people that have done this that don't live where they're building and have a camper outside, they get it, that you have two homesteads that you're taking care of. But anyway, so let's take a look at what is done, and then we'll talk about what's not done. So almost all, this is the only part right here of the ceiling that is not done. Okay, all the electrical work is done except the AC disconnects, which the AC guy is going to do those. So that's the wire for the AC. I'm going to have to get the wood and finish off this wall right here, because the AC guy is going to come and do the mini splits. There's going to be one right there, okay? So, and the wire's already there, and you'll see that wall is done. And yes, I insulated even the inside walls in here, just because that's the bathroom on the back side, and we don't want to hear no noises from the bathroom. And then the kitchen and stuff. And there's going to be the sliding barn door here. And if you're wondering why I have up a flannel sheet, it's because, if you see, I have a bed here. So I'm actually sleeping here on the days that I'm staying out here, which I try to make it at least 2 days a week. Window it doesn't always happen. And so what I did is I hung up a sheet to block the rest of the house. But we also have a ceiling fan. So the ceilings are all done in here. 2 walls are done in here. The washer connections will be on the back porch. So the plumbing actually went in here, and I know I already showed you all that. But all the wiring, all the switches are done. All the plugs are done. The flooring is obviously done. And now this is the bathroom. So I've got the concrete board in, and it's taped and seamed, and I was trying to put up the Curtis Schluter backing in here with the unmodified thin set mortar. And oh my gosh, it was like 104 degrees that day, and the thin set was just drying before I could get it on the wall, and I got so frustrated, so I gave it up. So I'm gonna sand it down again, and we'll go again from there. But so that's done. The hot and cold water are stubbed out in here already. I don't know if we can see in here. This phone is pretty good, it catches it. But we have the toilet, and it's already vented, and the walls are closed in here. And of course, we already have lighting in here. So this is the piece I still have to finish in here. I did this piece, did the rest of this little corner, so we could go ahead and put it in our bathroom since I was staying here. But we do have electric. I can turn on lights and stuff. Right now I have the power box turned off. And I do that. I turn it off when I'm not using it, so I don't forget when I go to do something, because I was still hanging up lights and stuff, and end up, you know, having live wires. So it's better if I turn it off when I'm not doing something, or when I'm not sleeping in here, and then I turn it on when I need. That'll be going in here. There'll be some more, but these are the base kitchen cabinets. I was gonna try to do what do you call it, a farmhouse sink, and I'm still debating. I might still do it. I don't know if I can do it, because it requires, you know, with the extra framing for the sink and stuff, and I'm just not all that professional. So anyway, we did this the same as the bathroom wall, and you'll see this one looks like a little bit of a different color. It's because I put some of the Danish oil on it, but then, oh my gosh, it soaked in like a half a can, and that stuff is 35 bucks a can. So I didn't want to do that. I was gonna, so I'll take a different route, and I think I'm just gonna do like a whitewash on it. Not necessarily white, but a white wash or a gray wash or something like that. So I got to finish that, and then I'll do the same thing over here. But as you see, plumbing's already done. We got the ice maker plumbed. We got all this already plumbed. So that's all done. In fact, all the plumbing is run. Yes, all the plumbing is run. I was trying to think inside the house. Now, I think it's the hot water right here. I had to order one last connector. That one is not run underneath the house yet. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make like a panel box that the refrigerator will be sitting here, so you won't see it. but I want to build a panel box and frame it out so that if I ever have to access the plumbing in here, it'll be like super easy because everything else is super accessible and all the plumbing underneath is, you know, just run straight lines. I went ahead and insulated it, and then hubby will insulate the flooring underneath. But and I do have insulation under the floor here. So, and you see the pantry's done. Now I'm going to put shelves up on this back wall. I was going to build another can rack, but I think the can racks are good. And then I'll build another shelf up here because all this laundry detergent stuff, that'll eventually go out into the shed and we'll only keep what we need in here food wise. But so yeah, I'm going to build one more layer of shelving this way, and the buckets can stay underneath, but that gave so much storage in such a little space. I mean, the can racks are awesome. Whoever designed that from Mother Earth. That's because my granddaughter, we just hung up some screws and hooked up our hammocks up here, and we slept in here with her. So that it's just a little fun thing to do. And I know this sounds kind of strange, but we do love hammocks. And since we don't have an extra bedroom for one of the grandkids to stay in, I was thinking I'm actually going to install some hammock hooks. Then when a grandkid stays the night, then we'll just hang their hammock and then we can take it down in the morning. So anyway, this corner is where the wood stove is going. And my sister got me some awesome stuff the other day. Wood stove will be going, like I said, and so I'll put some Wonderboard back there after it's what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I can't think today. I'll put some Wonderboard back there after I've put the wood behind it. Picked up this brick veneer, stone veneer. It's called Beachfront Ledge Stone, and it's supposed to be almost $5 a little piece, but they were clearancing them out, so she got 9 boxes for $3.73 a box. I mean, that was just crazy. So anyway, unfortunately, they only had 9 boxes at that store, and that's all they were doing. So I found some in another location, another store. It's about 80 miles away. So I'm going to order that. But first I need to figure out today how much of it I need. And that's the key there. So each box is only 2.6 square feet. So it has 4 little pieces in there. And this is 2 pieces here. You'll see it divides up right here. So, but anyway, so I just thought that'd be so cool to have the wood stove sitting in there like that. And so figure I'll bring it out to about the window and maybe make it about as high as the Wonderboard and then just go with the wood from there, I guess. That'd probably work. So that's what I'm trying to do. Figure out exactly what the idea. I think I'll do 3 foot by 3 foot here on this side and 3 foot by 3 foot on this side, and then probably do just 1 or 2 foot going up the rest of the way behind the chimney pipe. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just a really small stove. It's the, what is it called? Silver Fire Tiny House. It's the Silver Fire Tiny House one. So I think we decided that's the one we're going to go with. But anyway, so I thought that would look really cool, especially with all the wood. I went with natural wood. I did a Danish oil on it, like I said, so it just gives it a little protectant, a little bit of a sheen, and then you saw the natural wood everywhere else. So I think this wall right here, I was thinking I might do like a gray wash on it, because well, it's called a gray wash, but it almost has a kind of a smoky bluish green kind of hue to it, kind of like copper that has started to turn. And since we do have copper in the tile, I don't know if you remember when I showed that. So that's the bathroom tile. So it has copper in it. And then I ordered a copper sink, a copper faucet, and I'll probably do like a gray wash on the bathroom vanity too. And so I'm just trying to tie it all together. And other than that, I haven't really figured out what I'm doing. So trying to get things moving. We're like, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 5 years behind schedule on this. But Jonathan's is done. He's got water. He's got electric. He's got his bed. And he can stay in the house. All the lighting is installed except this one, the kitchen light. I have the light. I just hadn't put it up because I finished this wall here just before I left last time. So anyway, now that I have that, then I'll be able to trim windows and so on and so forth, and we're ready to get moving. Got even further behind schedule because my mom had had to have a hip replacement. She had had hip surgery 4 years ago, where they put some bolts, a screw and some titanium bolts in, but it didn't take. She had pain every day. She couldn't walk right, and she put up with it for 4 years and finally went to the doctor, and they did a hip replacement, and she 12 days after surgery is walking better now than she was after the, months after the surgery, years after the surgery last time. So she can actually stand up straight again. They evened her legs out because when they did the last surgery, they messed something up, and she ended up with one leg was 1 inch and a quarter shorter than the other leg. Back to the house. I have the hood vent, and this is our bed. So we went ahead and, like I said, I ordered the mattress. I built, and then gives us lots and lots of storage. And each one of these can hold over 100 pounds. So, we're good to go. And we still have access to the windows, which is one thing we wanted to make sure. So anyway, our bedroom we can stay in. It's got everything. Like I said, we have power and we have AC. And this wall over here is where I'm going to figure out something with the closet clothes storage situation. So anyway, basically, bathroom is going to be my goal when I come back tomorrow. And let's go take a look at Jonathan's house. Measuring tape back. One thing, it's been in the 90s here, upper 90s, near 100 still. I mean, this is Texas. This house is so nice and cool still. It amazes me how well those gable vents and ridgeline vents, or whatever you want to call them, how well they work. I know I've already shown you, we got all the outside plugs done, but this is the dryer plug, and this will be a covered porch eventually someday. Let's go see what Jonathan's doing.